Good afternoon. Today, one day only, is going to be the biggest sale of the year. Credit repair for $69. I'm doing this because you got a lot of things going on. You have to mess with the election. COVID-19 cases are rising in all 50 states. They're threatening to shut down. Yeah, they're not even threatening. They're actually doing it. Some states Friday, some states in 2 weeks. What a mess. Let's see if this is clear enough. Yeah, what a mess. Maybe I need to lighten this up a little bit. Yeah, so it's a mess. Volume. So, what are we going to do? Leave it to the officials. Uh-oh. I think I messed up. All right, so this is what's going on. So, $69 credit repair. People in cars, people in houses, people in homes, people in loans, people want to start their own business. But you don't have, listen, the thing is that right now people are behind the bills. There's always something that pops up. No matter what you're trying to do, something always pops up. And you say, I want to start this week, but this popped up. I want to start that week, but that popped up. Now, what are you going to do? You've been waiting a whole year to do credit repair, but something's always popping up. I'm trying to tell you, hey, it happens to the best of us. Something's always coming up. So I've made it cheap enough where you can get started. That's one day only. One day only. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, whatever. But $69 is the cheapest credit repair on earth, no matter where you look. Look down the street, look under a rock, wherever. I do this out of the kindness of my heart. I do this to help people. Now, if you have a goal, this is the best time to get your credit done. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to break it down to people. Things are happening. And you might can't see it. But look around you. There are things happening that you have to question. Because the road is just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. We sit back and we say, okay. They say we got to wear masks now. They say to shut down, anytime you shut down something, it's getting worse. And when things get worse, guess what? People panic. Oh, Okay, I went to the store today. No toilet paper, no water. So I had to travel somewhere else to get it. It's time. All I'm gonna say is it's time. Some people sit back and say, you know what, I wish I had an extra income. The rules of money are that you need multiple streams of income because the worst is on its way. Always think like this. Always think positive. But prepare for the worst. The worst that you can think of. Because guess what? When you prepare for the worst and the worst happens, you're fine. You're going to be okay. But you just don't think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about the people that surround you. Think about your loved ones. What can happen so bad that I'm not prepared for? You got to think to yourself. I'm trying to tell you. Information is the key to life. That's why I get on this channel. And today, I wasn't going to do a video today, but I said, I got to tell the people this information because people aren't listening. People aren't listening. They just don't listen. And that's the bad part. Because the bad part is when you don't listen and something happens, you say, you know what? I was listening to a guy on YouTube and he said that was going to happen. So you ask yourself, what do you need to prepare for the worst? Number one, your credit. Credit is a must. Number two, financial stability. You want to have multiple streams of income. Listen, I don't care if that other income is on, it's making a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it all adds up. A wise man says you should have at least 8 streams of income. 8. And I don't care if some of them are not performing. Because you want that. Because eventually it'll build up to where it will perform. Me myself, maybe I'm a little, I exaggerate sometimes. I have 28 streams of income. And guess what? Not all of them perform, but I have to work on building them up. So I know if a situation comes about, okay, I can get money from there, or I can do this, or I can do that. You know what I'm saying? If there's a problem, I'm going to handle it. Because that's what I am. I'm a problem solver. A problem comes, listen, in my household or in my life, if a problem comes, I handle it. I have no choice. You have no choice. This is real life. People sit back, waiting for stimulus checks and all kinds of crazy mess. Hey, you can't wait on something that you don't know if it's coming or not. But always think positive. Think about if you had extra income. Something happened. You never know. An unexpected debt, unexpected emergency. Anything happen. You see something on TV that you want, but you can't get it because you don't have that extra income. Your daughter comes to you and say, hey, Daddy or Mommy, I need this today. What you gonna tell them? Oh, we can't do that right now. You need to go sit down somewhere. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But on a higher level, Emergencies happen. Things happen. What are you going to do? So, things happen. But let's talk about credit. Now, we're getting to the credit age where if an emergency happens, God forbid, if something was ever to happen real bad in your life, the first thing officials are going to say, or medical officials are going to say, or doctors or whoever, how is your credit? What you going to say? They're going to say most situations, you need a minimum 700 credit score. Let me give you a little example. God forbid, let's say, you need an operation. But your insurance doesn't pay for it. Insurance might pay maybe 30%. And they say, okay, you're going to have to pay $70,000. That's a debt. That's a big debt in your pocket. Now, no extra income, no savings, no investments, right? You got none of that. None of it. The last thing on the list, credit. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened to me about a good 10 years ago. God bless the dead. My mother, she was having problems with her heart. And the insurance company, that all these insurance claim to do this and do that, they lie. Because at the end of the day, there's always something that goes wrong. I don't care what you do. So my sister calls me. She says, listen, we need, I think it was $82,000. I said, what you calling me for? I said, y'all got no money? She said, well, you're the only one in the family that's always prepared. So I had stocks. I had investments, I had the savings, I would put $25 a month in certain investments. I spread it up. And, so, I would invest in IPOs, stocks, penny stocks, just like that, and I'll keep the revenue coming. So I had a nice nest egg. So, that's your mother. You're not going to say no to your mother. So she, I hear what's going on. I say, I'll pay it, no problem. But you know what? I was happy because at that time, my dad didn't have it. My sisters, my brothers didn't have it. The relatives had it. It felt good to have that kind of money when an emergency comes because, like I said, you never know. And so I did what I did, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, everybody should have an emergency bank account. Everybody should have investments. Everybody should have good credit. If it's not good, at least fair. Because at least with fair credit, you got one foot in the door. But you should have you have to have something that's going to back that up. You want to have stocks. You want to have different IPOs. You want to have some penny. You want to have a basket of penny stocks. You want to have what you call a war chest. Because when something goes wrong, you got to go to war. There's no if. Who's just going to give you $50,000 to $80,000? Nobody. You're on your own. Your family is your responsibility. Your home, I don't care if you got an apartment, a house, or whatever, that's your kingdom. You have to protect your kingdom. That means you have to protect the individuals that live in your kingdom. Because inside your kingdom, you have the faith, you have your faith, and you have God. And there's people that say, oh, well, you know what? God is going to look out for me. God is going to do this. God is going to do that. But God wants you to think sensible. God wants you to use your brain. When you ask God for something, God will do one or two things. He'll give you the tools to create it, or he'll bless you because you're worthy. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about religion. I know some people say, oh, well, God don't bless me and this one. And guess what? A whole ton of blessings in front of them. The problem is you can't see what's in front of you. Just like when an accident happens or when something goes wrong, you can't see it. You will never see it. But you have the tools to prepare for it. And that's what life is about. There's people sitting on the sideline right now saying, oh, I should get my credit done. I should get my credit. For a year, I knew a lady. She said, I've been watching your channel for a year. She said, I went through 7 credit repair companies. She said, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. She said, I finally got to you. She said, my score is now 750. She said, I'm scared. And I said, well, I don't understand. Why are you scared? She says that I don't know what to do next. And I said, don't worry about it. You know, we'll figure out what you need to do. When you're not used to great things in your life, you fear. You fear. Yeah, they're McDonald's fries. Yeah, so, I mean, you got to think about it. Number 1, credit. Number 2, investments. Number 3, multiple streams of income. I don't care if it's a hobby. It's a stream of income. Because you never know what you're going to need. You know what I'm saying? I'm in an IPO. It's an IPO investment. And I have 6,000 shares. And guess what? I didn't pay for all those shares. I worked for all those shares. 6,000 shares. So and actually, I don't even think it's 6,000. I think they owe me a little more. But I'm sitting lovely. You know why? Because I didn't take no for an answer. I kept on moving. I did everything possible. Because everything, my thing is everything I touch, I want it to be different. I want it to be almost perfect. Not perfect, but almost perfect. So when you build your future, or you build, or you capitalize on what's in front of you, like I tell most people, you have to have streams of income. You want to work on your credit. And a lot of people say, okay, well, I don't want to spend this. Let me tell you something. Your credit is an investment. One of the greatest investments in the world. If you don't want to invest in your future, or your kids' future, or your wife or your husband's future, then what's the purpose of getting your credit fixed? What's the purpose? What's going to happen when you need a loan, or you want to buy another car? I know so many people They go out and buy cars and put a down payment on the car, which is foolish. Because if they did certain things to increase their score, they would walk away without putting nothing down. Most people want to be in a rush. They want to be in a rush to buy a house. They want to be in a rush to get a loan. I had a person call me the other day, but I want to get a loan, but my score is 500. I asked them, I said, did you do the master list? They said, oh, no, well, I don't want to spend the extra money. I said, let me explain something to you. Let's talk about the master list. The master list is going to add up to 200 points or better. I said, for what you're going to spend trying to get this loan, right? I said, the interest is going to kill you. I said, because your score is 5 something. Even if they prove you, more than likely they won't. So if you invested some money into the master list and got your score to 680, 700 and up, you will get the loan you want. That's the sensible thing. I said, by you saying you don't want to spend no extra money, it's foolish, because what are you going to do? We focus on building your score, eliminating and removing negative items. The master list is an added addition to guarantee your score increases. Now, this is not something that you're paying me for. This is multiple companies, multiple websites that's increasing your score as you move ahead. There's people that want to increase their score. There's people that want a better life. There's people that want to have a better score. And then there's people that want the easy way out. A lot of times the easy way out is not the way out. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know, they'll rather say, okay, well, I'm going to do the easy way. The easy way is not going to get you what you want. You got to work for what you want. You know, I supply the master list because the master list is going to guarantee you points. No credit repair company in the United States gives you a master list. That's number one. They don't show you the techniques that we use, the companies we use. The problem is not you, not me. It's your thinking. Your thinking's all messed up. You have to change the way you think, the way you spend, the way you do things before you even step into the circle of rebuilding your credit and rebuilding your life. And that's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is a person might get the credit fixed, but they still have the messed up mentality. The thinking mentality is messed up. It's all screwed up. You can't get a credit card and go shopping and think, oh, well, you know what? I'll pay it back next week. No, that's not the way it works. Credit cards were created to be used as a tool only, not to shop. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but you know what? Those that shop with credit cards, they're actually using credit the wrong way. Credit cards was created because it's a tool to always keep your score moving higher, to maintain your score, to move it higher. That's it. There's people that go out, oh, I'm going shopping, I'm going to do this. No, that's wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. When you do that, guess what? Banks are laughing at you. Because they said, this is a person, this is a prior. I'm telling you, and I've heard this When a long time ago, I was working for Citibank. Guy told me, he said, this is a prime example of a person you do not give a loan to. Someone that uses a credit card to shop. You want to shop? Use 100% cash. 100% cash. Use that card as a tool only. That's it. Your thinking has to change. Plain and simple. In order to have good credit, in order to have the things you want in life, your thinking must change. And until your thinking changes, your life is going to be messed up. Your credit's going to be messed up. Imagine this. Imagine the bank saying, I'm going to give you $1 million loan. And I want to see what you do with it. Most people, they'll blow it. Because you know what the bank wants you to do with it? They want you to invest that money. They want to see where you take that money to. Will you turn it into more money? Or will you blow it? Now, I'll tell you this. Now, the bank says, okay, when the loan is due, can you pay us back? Most people will be broke. Well, I can't pay you. What you talking about? Yeah, well, I could pay you $50 in a loan every month. They're not trying to hear that. That's $1 million loan. The key to a loan, to especially a large size loan like that, is to capitalize on it. You want to make more off that loan. Because then, guess what? When it's paid off, they're going to say, you know what? I like this person. Let's offer them another loan. Bigger and better. This is where people screw up their life. This is where people mess up their own situation because they don't think sensible. So, let's talk about score increases. We all know that, for your credit to be successful, you want to have mixed credit. You want to have retail and you want to have institutional credit. That's number one. Banks love mixed credit. Their decision is based on mixed credit. They want to see you with a Finger Hut. They want to see you or either Finger Hut or Jewelers Club. Then they want to see you with a couple credit cards. It don't have to be a credit card. It could be a secure card. And they want to see how you are paying that secure card. If it's on time, if you're staying under 30%. Now, if you hold these accounts for 6 to 8 months, they'll turn around and say, you know what? This person is doing a great job. I want to offer them a regular credit card. That's when you're in the big league. That's when you're in the big league. Then, if you get a regular credit card, let's say you get a regular credit card, and you got a $300 limit. Now you say, oh man, this ain't nothing. $300 is nothing. But wait a minute. If you keep that card in good shape, in good condition, and you pay your bills, and you don't go over 30%, in every 3 months, guess what's going to happen? They're going to give you an increase. By the end of the year, they're going to give you a regular card from their bank. And once that hits your file, other banks are going to want to give you a regular card. And it's by paying your credit card over time, is going to increase your score. Now, if you want to see lots of scores, I tell people get at least 5 secure cards. Start off with 1. Get 1 secure card or 2, and then get 1 regular credit card. But wait till your score hits fair credit. Once you hit fair credit, then you have a larger range of getting a regular card. Then what happens is by you paying that card off, not even paying it off, by you using our method of staying under 30%, charge something for $20, pay it off in 2 days, they're going to see that. That's a good track record. That's a trail of good payments. That's what they want to see. They don't want to listen. Other banks will look at that and say, you know what? I want to give this person a loan because you're not misusing it and you're not overspending. Because when you overspend, guess what? That makes you look broke. It does. Listen, this is how the bank thinks. Well, this person, we don't want to give them a loan because they're maxing out their credit cards. Yeah. The key is to make the banks think that you have money. Because guess what? They're not going to give a loan to a person that is broke. They want to give a loan to a person that already has money. How do you think the rich do it? So, this is how it's done. You have to make them believe that you already have money. And you don't need their money. The only way to do that is to stay under 30%, never max out, never give your card back. And guess what? They'll do the rest. I tell people, let the banks chase you. What that means is stop applying for credit. Only apply for things that you know that's going to create a better score. Because then that's going to bring value to your score, value to your credit profile. When you just start applying for anything, it messes your credit up. That's what's it. So yeah, so it's hard. It's not simple, but it's hard, but you can do it. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And you can always text me and ask me a question. I love when somebody calls me and asks me. Because that's showing that they're really serious about getting their life together. You have to the credit game is different. It's like it's like a baby with a lollipop or a piece of candy. You know, you want to give the baby all the candy, but you know you can't do that. So what you do, you give them a little bit at a time, and that's what that's what credit is. You know, you want to feed them. You want to feed them just enough to give you a loan, just enough to give you a credit card. And you got to make it look like everything's fine. But when you are gullible and you go out there and you max your cards out and you charge like crazy, because you got this new card and you think you're something because you got this new card. It's not made for that. Your credit card is a trophy case. That's what it is. It's a trophy case. It's a tool. So when you're ready, you got it. You use the same methods to increase your score. And as long as that card stays in good condition, you're going to get points for it. It's a tool that keeps on giving back. Yeah. But if you misuse it, you're messed up. Your score will drop so fast, your head will spin. And you're sitting there saying, oh man, what did I do? I messed up. And then guess what? It's going to take you a while to get back on track. Don't make sense. So this is what you got to do. Remember, if you need credit repair, one day only, $69 a day. Tell your friends, tell everybody, because that's the cheapest you're going to get it. And you know what the good thing is? It comes with the master list. Okay, so, credit is difficult. I understand. So, a lot of people go to car lots, put all this money. That person you're talking to, that's their bonus. Why should you give that person all that money? It's foolish. They love somebody that rushes. Because that person that rushes, that's their bonus. Yeah. And because they know you want that car so bad that you're gullible. You got a pocket full of cash, and you're going to give this idiot all your money. Don't do it. Be patient. Wait. Find out what can increase your score. Listen, if you're trying to get a car, you want at least a 700 to 720. Now, let's say God forbid your score is 5 something. But oh man, how we get a better score? Let me tell you something. You get two secure cards, you get a self-elected, and you have received. You get, let's see, that's about 100 points. So now, let's say your score is still low. Get a sweep. Then what you add the sweep to it. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit that 700. You know, let's say you pay rent, right? We have a rental app on there. You get 65 points plus points every month after that. And they go back. Excuse me. They go back 18 months. You might have to invest a little bit of money, but guess what? The investment is 100% worth it. Then you want something mixed. You got to figure out. You know. Then if you want to add additional secure cards, they have them. You know. You don't want to add too much, just enough to increase that score. Yeah. So, what are you going to do? So, then there's stuff that's on your credit report that'll also increase your score. Just and people. Sometimes there's things on your credit report that you can't see. There's spots on your credit report that's not visible. So that's why you hire a specialist. You know. Never accept failure. Never accept no for an answer. Because if you have a goal and you want that nice car you see, or you want that nice house you see, or you want to start this nice business that you dreamt of, it can be done. It can't be done overnight, but it can be done. If that's you, text me. Text me. There's people that say, I want a house, but I don't have it. I can't get the down payment. We work with we work with nonprofit organizations that will help you with a federal grant. What credit repair company does that? There's so many different programs out there. And now they have it where as long as you have 640 and up, this program is going to help you. But they rather see you at 7 because your interest rate gets better. When you hit that 700, your interest rate gets better. That means there's people out here now paying $1,000 a month for a home, not even that, $1,500 for a house, and they're so happy. Ha ha ha! You're walking around paying $1,500 and you're happy. What are you happy about? That's not. Listen, but if you would have waited, a couple extra months, you would have been at 700 and got a great interest rate. Don't be a fool. All good things come to those who wait. And that's what it's about. And guess what? Most people don't want to wait, but I know people that have waited and got better than what they thought they could have. I had this one client. She was itching to get this house. And I said, listen, I guarantee you, when I'm done with you, you will get a better interest rate and you might get a better house. Come to find out, she got a better house, a bigger house, and she got a $400,000 house versus the $100-something house that she really wanted. So when you wait and you do certain things to your credit, you can actually get better. She was going to pay $1,700 a month. Once I got done with her credit, now she's only paying $450 a month on a mortgage. She tells me every time I see her at Acme, I'm glad I waited. It's about waiting. No matter what, listen, and beware of certain credit repair companies that tell you, oh, well, you should go get a house now. Or you could do this. Yes, you can. You can. But don't be foolish. You gotta understand something. You're gonna have to pay that mortgage for the next 20 to 30 years. You can pay $400-something a month for a mortgage, or you could be paying $1,500 to $1,700 for a mortgage. You listen. Do you know how much extra money you will save? You save between $1,200 to $1,300 extra a month by just waiting. Don't be a fool. Please don't be a fool. Now, let's talk about these small business association loans. Don't be fooled by that either. The Small Business Association is one of the worst places to apply. Let me tell you why. They have a lot of restrictions, but if you get in, you got a lot of money coming to you. They have different things. Now, the Small Business Administration basically gives you these federal grants you can get from them. There's loans you can get from them. The loans, your credit score has to be at least 680. Yeah. So starts at 680 and up. So that's a good thing. If you're interested in the Small Business Association loans, let me see something here. I don't have it on my chart. Let me see here. Yeah, so those loans are good. You know, if you're gonna have to have, I mean, they go through your finances thoroughly. Yeah. But there's other ways to get loans. You can apply for a federal grant. Some grants take from 2 to 6 months. Depends, you know. So there's so many different ways you can actually get funding for your business. But my suggestion is, if you're trying to start your own business, there's we do private funding from nonprofit organizations that will give you up to $50,000. Once they look over your letter and see what type of grants you want. Now, with federal grants, you don't have to pay it back, but you have to pay the taxes a year after you get the grant. So we always do that. We do that. That service is $199. That $199 pays for your paperwork, pays for the nonprofit organizations to look through your letter. Now, your letter is a letter of appeal. Most companies that do federal grants, you know, first of all, if they ask you for a proposal up front, no. Because, see, a proposal is needed if the grant is over $50,000 or if they want additional information. We do the letter of appeal because the letter of appeal is a short version of a proposal. It just breaks down everything more simple, you know, because they don't have all day to go through your proposal, you know. They just don't, because they get thousands of requests. So that's why that, you know. Also, if you're interested in the IPO, I was just talking about earlier. The IPO, you can text me at 610-470-8992. I'll be more than happy to text you the website. You can look through it and see if it's for you. If it's not, it's $2 a share. It's supposed to go public in January. You can sign up for newsletters, stuff like that, before you get into it. You know, yeah, just look it over. Look it over and see if it's something you want to invest in. The company that runs it, right, it's a good company. Uh, it's legit. It's legit. They've been on CNBC. They've been on Channel 6 News. They've been in a whole bunch of different things, websites and stuff like that. Like I said, if you need credit repair today, it's $69, one day only. You can visit my website, which is www.kirbyscreditkingdom.yolasite.com. The sale price is not on the website because it's a special sale. You can text me at 610-470-8992. We accept Chime. We accept NetSpend. We accept deposits at KeyBank and Santander Bank. We accept Facebook Pay. Walmart to Walmart, Western Union, check or money order. For this sale, a check or money order can't be accepted. But for other packages, it can. We also do couples rates, which is a couple today is $199 for a couple. That's a one-time fee. You're saving up to $2,000 in fees. So I think that's wonderful. Now we have a family package. Let's say you have a family of 5 or 6, and you guys need credit repair, and it's going to cost you guys $6,000. But with us, $399. That's it. That's truly amazing. And here you get great savings, hands down. Let me see here. I'm trying to get everything in one. Well, let's see here. And if you need a copy of the master list is free. You can text me at 610-470-8992. Also, if you're interested in the double secure card method, it gives you from 84 points to 200 points in 7 to 14 days. Let me know. Text me 610-470-8992. Also, try doubling self-lending, because when you do that, right, you'll get more points. You get from 30 to 70 points and up. With self, let me see. Let's see. I think we discussed. Let's see. We basically covered a lot of things today. Yeah, and if you need a website built, we do build websites. I don't see nothing else over here. Now, let's say you're the kind of person that say, you know what, I need an 800 credit score. Mr. Kirby, I got to have an 800 credit score. So I can't talk about mouthful. You need Credit Suite Platinum Plus. That guarantees you an 800 credit score. Excuse me. So that package is $199. Now, with that package, there's going to be extra steps. But if you want that 800 score, and we guarantee it, we guarantee that package. It's a 6-month package. You pay a one-time fee. Now, what happens is you get multiple sweeps with that package until you hit 800. You get the Bachelors. You get a trade line list. If that's you, text me 610-470-8992. It's not hard hitting 800. It takes faith. It takes patience. If you don't have patience, don't bother. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't bother. I had a woman I just recently gave a refund to. I'm not gonna put her name out there. She waited 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Matter of fact, it was less than 2 weeks. She said, I want a refund. I said, Miss, your account isn't, I think her account was like 7 to 8 days old. Now, number one, when you don't give me the proper information, there's going to be a delay. Now, the credit agencies, it states on their website that they have by law, they don't have to issue reports up to 30 days. It was like 7 days, I think. People that's in a rush, you will never get nowhere. You won't get nowhere. And your life will be upside down. Stop being in a rush. Take time to smell the flowers. Take time to take a deep breath. Because guess what? I perform miracles. But you have to be willing to be patient. Listen, everything on your credit report can be removed. But in time, this creditors that fight back, they don't want that stuff removed. But guess what? We have a team of people here that fight back. And that's just it. But when you don't have patience, nothing in your life will work out. Nothing. Now, this same person, guess what she's going to do? She's going to go to somebody else, and she's going to have the same problem. Same problem. And that's just it. So, well, other than that, let's see. We got a couple more minutes. So, I got a new investment. Well, it's not new, but it's been out for a while. I have another investment that you can make up to $500 in 10 days. The investment is $100. If you have Chime, I think they you can have Chime, Facebook Pay, or you can deposit, but you can text me if you want more information. It's basically invested in water, water distribution. There's two plans. You can pick the daily plan, or you can pick the 10-day plan. The daily plan, right? We get reports every day up to 10 days. Right within that 10-day period, you should see $500. If you don't, you definitely make a profit. Right? You can do that over and over and over and over. What else? Just something else. I'm trying to think. Now, let's say that you have medical bills. The medical bills can come off, just like student loans can come off. We scan the student loan to see any errors. Any error. I don't care if your name is spelled wrong, your social security number is wrong, the interest is wrong. By law, they have to take it off. Stop suffering. Same thing with collections. I have taken off so many collections based on a name was misspelled. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different. There's 12 laws. And ladies, if you have been in a bad relationship and you were living with the person abusive, guess what? There's a law that protects you that removes negative evictions and negative items off your credit report. These are laws that other people on YouTube don't even talk about. I go through every law to find a way to remove your negative items. It's not just about removing items. It's about abiding the law. The law states there's 12 different laws. Now there was a new one added, 13. If you were affected by COVID-19, your item can be removed. Now I'm going to tell you something else before I go, because my hour is up. If you feel as though you don't have the right points, your score should be higher, you can actually ask for an internal investigation or your whole entire report, all three. What this is they go back 6 months and look at your whole entire file. Because sometimes there's points you're owed. I did this just to try it out. I wanted to see what all the talk was about. I got like 65 points. And I was like, that's crazy. Because they're human. They make mistakes. Car dealers, especially car dealerships, make sure when you look on your credit report that your car dealership is up to date. Your payments are up to date. Because if they're not up to date, guess what? I don't mean you paying on time. I mean what they report. But I gotta take this phone call. Hello? Hello? Yes. I get scammers calling me all day long. They use robocalls when you think it's somebody in the area and it's actually a scammer. Talk about, oh, your social security number has been tampered with. Please give us your social security number and we'll fix it. Come on, you think I'm an idiot? Oh man. So what was we talking about? I forget what we were talking about. So let's see what else here. Okay, so anyone that wants me to look at their file or update their file, text me. My number is 610-470-8992. Give me time because I have lots and lots of customers. I will get back to you tonight. If you need the master list, text me 610-470-8992. Also, leave your email address. They won't let me send the master list through a text because it's actually considered spammy. So, yeah, so you want to do that. Okay. Also, if you need lost my train of thought. Oh, also, if you need the information for the IPO investment, text me 610-470-8992 as well. Oh man. Okay, I gotta get ready to go. if you have an idea for a business, reach out to me. The key to business is to spend no money at all, but to make a profit. I will show you how to do that. I will show you how to build your business, get 100 sales per month, and be profitable without spending a dollar. Now I know you're saying something. How's this guy going to do all this? I've done it with all my businesses. You don't have to have money. All you have to do is have an idea. Now, some businesses, you might have to have some money. But if it's a service that you're providing, what you want to do, you want to build it from the bottom to the top. A lot of people are getting into, because it's the holiday time, a lot of people are getting into drop shipping, right? We sell drop shipping websites. But if you know what we're going through the COVID-19 and all kind of other make crazy messes, messing up income. You want to start a business with no money down. If that's you, text me. Throw me some ideas. I'll throw you some ideas. And it's not easy. It's easy to start. The internet has given us a big advertising platform where you can make money. I got people call me every day for credit repair, every day for the master list, every day for different things. So it's not about having a lot of money. It's about your idea. What do you want to do? Plain and simple. Okay, so I got to go. I got paperwork to do. And I got to finish these envelopes. So, other than that, if you have any questions, listen, I don't care what your question's about. It could be about anything. If you have a question about taxes, if you got, credit repair, banking, loans, whatever, go to our websites. We have plenty of different services we provide. LLC, nonprofit of what it's called. It's called a 501c3 certificate. So we do everything. If we can't find it, if we don't have the answer for you, we'll find it for you. So other than that, I have to go. A couple things I have to handle. If you're interested in any of the services that we talked about, text me 610-470-8992. I work to 2 a.m. every morning. I used to do. I used to do, if you look in the beginning, when I first started my channel, I used to do videos for mental health, how to cope with it, how to deal with it. I'll be going back to that because I know I got lots of messages from people saying that they missed that, especially for people that are trying to cope with stuff like that, especially in these times with COVID-19 and people losing their jobs, people losing their income, and right now things aren't right, Right now the government needs to get their act together, So all I can say is stay safe. I have a extremely busy schedule. Oh, also my cookbook. I know everybody's asking me about my cookbook. It was delayed. It was supposed to be out last month, but hopefully this month it'll be on track. um, where they want me to put my other dishes, my new dishes I created in this cookbook. So and also I will start starting Wednesday, I think it is. I will be doing more cooking videos. They'll be longer. They'll be an hour long. So you can see everything, every step. I will be able to explain more. So that's going to take place. What I have to do, I have to get a schedule on because I do so much. You know, I go to sleep at 2. I get up at 5. So it's like I'm constantly going. My body's like one of them. What you call like one of them energizer batteries. I just keep on going. I'm trying to stay healthy, stay right, but now I hear there's just gonna be a lot of shutdowns between tomorrow and Friday. It's gonna be a mess again, and let me tell you something. When the shutdown affects businesses, people's well-being, people's thinking, because you're stuck. You're stuck in a house. There's places that's not open, and then you have to spend more money. So it's like, what do you do? This is the time. This is the time where you focus on your credit, you focus on your extra streams of income, you starting a business, because now people in the house, people in the house, and the thing is that when you focus on your business, you can build your business from this point. It's time. That's all you need to know. It's time. Plain and simple. Okay, I gotta go. And I think I said everything. Yeah, I think that was it. Now my other Facebook is still down. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Hopefully it's back up in the next couple of days. Everything's backed up. When it's COVID-19, has everything backed up. So I do apologize. But now that they're shutting down, and that's another thing too. I want to mention this. If you haven't received your credit reports and it's been over the 30-day period, email me your reports, because a lot of times what they do, they will post your alerts without mailing you anything. So do that. Now, my email address is Kirby's Investment Club LLC @gmail.com. Text me if you don't have my email address, or my I'm trying to think, my international website. I can text you the information. Text me at 610-470-8992 and have a blessed night.